Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Friday, the 17th day of November. It is Homemade Bread Day. I'm a fan. It's good stuff. National Butter Day goes really good with homemade bread.
It really does. Warm homemade bread.
National
Yum.
Take a Hike Day. National Farm Joke Day. National Unfriend Day. So if there's somebody that you need to unfriend, today is the day. And then if they complain, you go, hey, I'm sorry, I was just celebrating. That's all. And Little Mermaid Day today, International Students Day. A lot of things going on. If you're interested in seeing the whole list, I've got it in the show notes. Or you can go to listofnationaldays.com. That's where I get my list. And I'm so excited to chat with our guest. 100% could have been a Movie Star Monday guest. But the reason we're talking with Rachael Harris today, from The Hangover, from Suits, from Friends, from an episode of Monk that I really like, from a whole bunch of, she's in a ton of stuff. We're also going to be chatting with her about her latest project. And today is the final episode, the season finale of Goosebumps series on Disney Plus and Hulu. Yeah, today is the final episode, so we're going to chat with her about that. Now, if you haven't seen the others, that's okay. You can watch all of them. That's the cool thing about streaming. But we're going to chat with Rachael Harris all about it coming up.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Every student has done it at some point. Stayed up all night studying for an exam or completing an important thesis that's due in a matter of hours.
Every student.
Well, a lot of us have. Turns out that pulling an all-nighter might have other benefits besides helping you not flunk the course. A team of researchers at Northwestern University say wired but tired feeling due to a lack of sleep for just one night might work as an antidepressant. So staying up all night, just one night, not doing it all the time, that's a problem. But
yeah,
chronic sleep deprivation has been studied many times. Scientists were interested in looking into the effects of just a temporary sleep loss. It's like somebody pulling an all-nighter. And the author of the study, whose name I will not even try to say because I'm going to be polite and just say this study was performed by this person. They say they found the sleep loss induces a potent antidepressant effect and rewires your brain. She cautions that this is an important reminder of how casual activities can fundamentally alter our brain in as little as just a few hours.
Huh.
So good stuff to know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's a subtle reminder to tip your driver. DoorDash has been testing out alerts to remind customers to include a gratuity if they want their food in a timely manner. Here's the interesting thing. You can place your order through the app without leaving a tip, but then you'll get a little pop-up that says orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. Are you sure you want to continue? The note explains Dashers can pick and choose which orders they want to order. Orders that take longer to be accepted by Dashers tend in a resulted slower delivery. In other words, tip your driver or be prepared to wait and maybe even have a cold meal. Customers are then given another option to add a tip again. If you're having something delivered, you should tip, right?
Oh, absolutely. Every time.
I mean,
yeah.
that goes without saying. Now, here's where I know some people get all caught up in things. They're like, well, there's a delivery fee. There is a delivery fee, but you also tip because the delivery fee is typically what's causing that whole system to work. And then they get paid something, but they don't get paid a lot. So the tips are where they make their actual money. So I don't know. Don't know everything. But now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Aquaman star Jason Momoa is set to host Saturday Night Live this weekend. It's his second time hosting the show, and I think that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, last time, by the way, was in 2018. James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli has shared a disappointing update on the next installment of the franchise. The film series, which has spanned 25 films now, 6 actors, and 6 decades, has its most recent outline with Daniel Craig's final appearance as the suave 007 in 2021, No Time to Die. But they're talking about when the next one is going to be, and it sounds like it's going to be a little bit now. And it sounds like the Big Bang Theory universe is going to be expanding. Warner Brothers Discovery just confirmed April 12th that executive producers Chuck Lorre was developing a new comedy series. They confirmed this on April 12th. That's a long time ago. Anyway, I guess, it's because they went on strike, so they didn't talk about it. Okay, so that's why.
That makes sense.
That's why. And then September 27th, they said, hey, now we're going to finally tell you it's called prenatal.
What?
Is prenatal. Oh, so that's not what it's called. That just means it hasn't been born yet.
Why
I don't
would
know.
they call it
I'm
that?
confused, and we're moving on. Thanks
Yes,
for listening
you are.
to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A survey says that over 90% of women say it's a turn-on when guys cry at a wedding. Is that true, Heidi? Is that a turn-on?
Well, it would be if you didn't cry at commercials
Hey, we're just talking about weddings here. So
I mean, at a certain point, it's like, seriously?
if I weep at a wedding, is that a good thing?
I think it depends. I don't know. It depends.
If I know the people in the wedding, does that help? Just driving by a church, someone's getting married. Run while you can, man. That's not what we're talking about here. All right. Hey, I've got a fun game we're going to play here, Heidi, for the next minute and a half. Truth or lie? Tell me if this is true or if it's made up.
Okay.
Goldfish have a 2-second memory. Truth or lie?
Truth.
No, their memories can actually last for months, but that is a common misconception. Somewhere along the way, somebody said that. Truth or lie? The fear of water is called acrophobia.
Lie.
Lie, yeah. Acrophobia is the fear of heights. Aquaphobia is the fear of water. True or lie? Human facial hair grows faster than the hair on the rest of their body. True or lie?
True.
It is true. Truth or lie? Mickey Mouse's name was originally going to be Mortimer Mouse. True or lie? Yeah, that is true. You watched that movie with me, too. True or lie? A is the most commonly used letter in the English language.
Lie.
Lie, yeah. The answer is E is the most commonly used. Truth or lie? Adding salt to pineapples makes it taste sweeter.
True.
It is true. I'm going to have to try that. Truth or lie? The largest mammals in the world are elephants.
Lie.
Yeah, it is a lie. The Antarctic blue whale is the largest. How about this one? Truth or lie? Female reindeer do not grow antlers.
True.
Wrong. They do.
Oh.
And finally, truth or lie? Statistically, when in New York, you're more likely to be bit by a New Yorker than by a rat. True or lie?
True.
It is true. Yes. Yes. Look out for them New Yorkers and the rats. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Rachael Harris, and she is on the series Goosebumps. The season finale is today. It's streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. Rachel, first of all, I've seen you in a bunch of other projects, and you always stand out. You do such a great job. What was it like being a part of this cast with Goosebumps?
Being a part of this cast was great. First of all, I love Justin Long, and I also get to work with an old friend of mine, Rob Hubel, who we've worked with on so many things. And then just to see this fun cast with Zach Morris and Issa Briones and Will Price, these are all people that Issa was on Star Trek for a long time. But it was great because you're working with actors. They're playing high school kids if they're in their 20s, and they're so enthusiastic. But at times, Justin and I would look at each other and say, "Oh, their youth, their youth and their excitement and their hopefulness is depressing, and it's exhausting." But we loved it. But it was like, they brought so much to it. But at the same time, we're like, just sit down, relax. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh yeah.
We have 10 episodes to shoot in Whistler in the snow, and also in Vancouver. So it was great. And our writers and producers are fantastic. So it was really great.
Well, and Goosebumps is like this worldwide phenomenon. I'm too old for Goosebumps. My son was a huge fan. As a matter of fact, he has every single Goosebumps book ever written. And he's a huge fan of that. So like this was definitely written for his generation, but I can appreciate it too.
How old is your son, John?
He is 26 years old.
That's the age.
And I was going to say, that's like, they grew up reading all of these books and watching the show, and R.L. Stine is kind of like their generation's Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes, I'm going to use that for all of the rest of my interviews today.
Well, then people are going to think you're as old as me, so.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't so much a part of the Goosebumps book series. I knew that it was out there, but I was always such a fraidy cat. Like I was so scared when I was a kid, so I didn't want to read the books. And then I was far too busy with school and everything when the television series came out in the 90s. Right, I was living in New York, having so much fun. But the thing that I love about the fact that we're doing Goosebumps now is that this isn't your mother's Goosebumps, which I just stole from another interview. But it's also, I always say, this isn't the Goosebumps that you remember. But the fact thing is very similar to a film that I did, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, is that the books live on forever, right? And so it's always being ushered into this new generation of kids. And I feel like that's what's great about the new Goosebumps is that people that read the books and saw the series in the 90s, they're like, it's updated now. And they're like, oh, wow, I can now watch this. And if I have kids, right, I can share it with my kids and we can all enjoy it. And the kids are like finding this new material, which is the great thing about streaming, right?
Absolutely.
The greatest thing about streaming is that it will live on forever. So it's easier to access.
Well, and the cool thing is, even though today is the season finale,
yes.
If you're going, oh, well, I can't watch that because now I'm going to just see the last one. No, you can go on Hulu Plus. You can start from the beginning and watch every single episode. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do that when I was a kid.
No.
Like when I was a kid, if I missed the beginning, I have no idea what this is about.
You're right. You missed it, and you had to go read about it in a book or your friends. Yeah, there wasn't even for me. We didn't even have a VCR at that point.
Well, and the only hope we would have is if it hit syndication and then there were reruns.
Yeah.
And the true story, first episode I ever saw of Seinfeld, the very first episode I ever saw was the final episode. Imagine that being your first episode.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I watched it. Everybody was talking about how great this show was, and I'm like, this is really weird. This is just like, why did people love this?
Yeah.
And now I've seen every episode and I love it. But, you know, the season finale right now for Goosebumps is today. But if you haven't seen the other episodes, the good news is you can see all of them at Hulu and Disney Plus. You can check them all out. Right. Do you have some other fun projects you're working on right now as well?
I do. I have a show right now. I have another film on Netflix right now called Old Dads. So that's great. And then I have another show on Netflix coming out that's called Mother of the Bride, with Brooke Shields, Benjamin Bratt, and Miranda Cosgrove. So that'll come out. I'm not expecting it to come out this year, but hopefully it will be out by February next year. So that's exciting.
Nice. Well, we'll be on the lookout for it. Rachel, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Again, Rachael Harris, and season finale of Goosebumps today. You can find it on Disney Plus and on Hulu. I've got a link to the trailer, all the info in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If a polar bear and a grizzly bear mate, their offspring is called what? A pizzy bear. It's a polar grizzly. Pizzy bear.
All right.
I don't know if that's a thing, but there it is. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
During the entire run of Gilligan's Island, it was never revealed if Gilligan was his first name or his last name.
That is true.
Do you know what it is, though?
It was his last name.
It was, yeah. Willie Gilligan. I think it was in the pilot or something. Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
During your lifetime, you'll eat about 60,000 pounds of food. That's the weight of about 6 elephants. I'm way ahead of you.
Wow.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Attics were invented in Attica. Well, of course they were. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Jumbo jets use more than 4,000 gallons of fuel just to take off.
Oh,
Yeah. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
what's that, John?
Caterpillars have about 4,000 muscles. Humans, by the way, have about 600. So it's a whole lot of muscles in them caterpillars. That's why they're at the gym all the time. Oh, they're not? Okay. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. This occurs more often the first week of the new year than any other time of the year. What is it? This happens more the first week of the year than anything else.
Returning gifts.
No. Firings and layoffs. So people want to wait till after. They're like, I can't do it during
Don't
the
wanna ruin
holidays.
their holiday.
Well, let them start a new year thinking things are good, and then we'll kick them in the face. It seems like a bad time to do it, too, but I don't know. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Heinz latest ketchup flavoring just might save you a step when assembling your burger or dog. Rolling out to grocery stores in early next year. Pickle ketchup.
My dad was actually just talking about
The
this.
tangy, savory flavor of pickles with the unmistakable taste of ketchup. Company says the condiment was created to deliver on fans' hunger for unique, elevated, and nuanced flavor experiences, end quote. We actually just had
I've not tried it. I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
We did try some spicy with
It was
jalapeno.
Spicy jalapeno ketchup. It tasted more like ketchup than ketchup did.
Right, it was zesty.
Yeah, it was like-
it wasn't like hot.
It didn't
but
taste
was-
like jalapenos to me. It tasted like more ketchup-y ketchup.
Right, it was. I thought it was good.
I thought
But
so
who
too. It was
knows?
good.
Maybe the pickle stuff would be.
Well, we'll
good.
check it out. That is the weird news from the Weird News Desk, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. That's what friends are for. They say, of course, you love your closest friends, but that doesn't mean they don't drive you nuts. So according to this, these are the things that people do that drive their friends the craziest. The first thing on the list here is politics. Talking politics polarizes issues and causes a huge amount of problems amongst friends. So keep that in mind as you're going to be getting together with family and friends. Miscommunication is another thing. It's vital for a healthy relationship to communicate. But make sure you're very open and very honest. Flakiness. That's another one where people are like,
where they flake out on you all the time.
Are
They
we doing
say
this?
They're coming and then
Are
they
we not
don't.
doing this?
That drives me insane.
Are you say you're coming over, then you never come over?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Lack of reciprocity. So it's a lopsided friendship where
Yeah.
I'm always doing this, but then you never do any of that.
Yep.
And the last one is narcissism. It can make people feel unimportant. I've got that list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Quote today is Francois de la Rocheflonde.
Nailed it.
I don't think I got any of it right, but Francois says, Good advice is something a man gives when he is too old to set a bad example. You know what? I can honestly say I've gotten some very, very, very good advice from older men. So maybe that's why. Because they're just too old to set a bad example.
They've been there, done that. They lived it. They know.
That's probably what it is. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Take a listen to this headline. A dog leads owner to a lost cat trapped 100 feet down a mine shaft. This story comes from
That's really cool.
Yeah, from Cornwall, England. A heartwarming tale of a rescue and loyalty. A fortunate feline saved by a team of dedicated firefighters thanks to an intuitive canine companion. Mogwai, a beloved cat, had gone missing for 6 long days, leaving his owner, Michelle Rose, fraught and worried, nearly resigned to the idea of never ever seeing her pet again. However, hope was rekindled when she noticed her dog, Daisy, going berserk, darting in and out of the nearby woods around their home until she finally would follow her. Daisy guided her then along a footpath, leading them to an old mine by, was something that Prince Wales, the workings of the Prince of Wales, that's who did the mine apparently.
Okay.
Anyway, when they got to that, they stopped, and this cat was meowing way down there, 100 feet down.
Holy cow.
Daisy is a superstar. She's an amazing dog, they said. Without Daisy's instincts, Mogwai would still be trapped down there. She's relentless in leading me to that spot. It was truly remarkable. Following the dramatic discovery, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and Cornwall Fire Rescue alerted to the situation. Everybody showed up, and they got Mogwai about 100 feet down, was pulled to safety. The cat was remarkably uninjured. I'm trying to figure out how they pulled the cat out of there.
That is crazy.
But they said that this cat now has a very strong bond with the dog
Well,
and
I
the
would
family.
sure hope so.
Yeah. In the photos, all of the photos, the cat looked angry. It's like, you know how long I was down there?
What took you so long?
Why did it take you 6 days, Daisy? I know. You started walking to get help, and then you got sidetracked by a stick, didn't you? That's what happened. All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.